Namaskaram Rahul, Namaskaram to all my panelists and the viewers of India Today. Very quickly, 3 points. The first point is with respect to the statue there. It is that of Thiruvalluvar. And Rahul, over 15 times in his speeches, the Honorable Prime Minister has quoted the couplets of Tirukkural, which is a compendium of 1330 verses in chaste Tamil written 2000 years before by Saint Thiruvalluvar. In the 610th Kural, the poet says, a person who works extremely hard, he will be able to attain and receive the riches and the prosperity of all the worlds that Lord Trivikrama received. Probably the Honorable Prime Minister is imbibed and he takes inspiration from Thiruvalluvar. Point number 1. Point number 2, the town is called Kanyākumārī. It is named after Shakti Devi, Parvati, who through the form of Kanyākumārī destroyed an asura called as Banasura, who thought that a lady can never destroy him. So this is the belief that we Hindus have, and it is from the very same place Kanyākumārī that one politician listened to a pastor's speech where the pastor said that Shakti is not true God. Maybe to do prāyaścittam for that statement made in Kanyākumārī that celebrates a Devi, the Prime Minister would have thought, let me do prāyaścittam meditating there. And with respect to prāyaścittam, one panelist said for all the speeches that he has made, he has to do prāyaścittam, atonement. That way, even a person who has been carrying a constitution book all along in the rallies stating that this will be changed, and for having listened to a statement as obnoxious as Shakti Devi is not a true God, should sit along with him and do that meditation. And the very third point that I would like to make is 2 points were raised in this debate. One, with respect to he has taken the oath of a Prime Minister, how can he absolve himself from doing his duties for 2 days? And then came the conduct, the NCC. So it is in the very state of Tamil Nadu that a conference was called as an abolition of Sanatana Dharma conference, and a sitting minister presided over it and called Sanatana Dharma Hinduism by names such as AIDS and cholera. That person was not condoned. There was no question of conduct. There was no question of having taken oath under the constitution there that came. And now if a person sits on a vow of silence, immediately MCC will come, immediately atonement, prāyaścittam will come. It is to each one of them to internalize and understand and contemplate if the statements that they make have any nyayam in it. Rahul, very quickly, 3 points. In the north, in the state of Uttar Pradesh, we have this kshetram called Prayagraj. Prayaga means where there is a confluence of rivers. So in the fresh waters, we have Ganga, Yamuna and Antarvahini Saraswati. So the fresh waters see their Sangamam there. And in Kanyākumārī, you see the 3 seas, Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean coming together. But it is in the salt water. So this is a Prayaga kshetram in a way. There is a confluence in a way. And second point that I see is in the month of January, we had the very famous and very celebrated Prana Pratishtha of Ramachandra in Ayodhya. Ramachandra's Dharmapatni is Sita, and Swami Vivekananda says that Sita represents every citizen, every Bharatiya in India. Maybe to contemplate upon the Dharmapatni of Rama called Sita, he sits on the rock at Vivekananda Memorial. And the third is the very important point, Rahul. Swami Vivekananda said, the West has solved the problem of how much a man can have. Whereas the East, which is India, has solved the problem of how little a man can have. You can remain contented with whatever little you have. If you have seen the personal life of the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, though he has occupied the very high office of the Prime Minister, he has kept his family at a distance. This man doesn't take a single day off. And we have made it a habit these days, Rahul, that we celebrate the greatness of people only if they are dead. Why can't we understand some of the nice traits that this Honorable Prime Minister carries? Why shouldn't we celebrate him while he's there? He may have a lot of disadvantages, which the opposition has every right to point to. But with respect to integrity, I feel that this Honorable Prime Minister inspires a lot of people to taking up to spirituality in this beautiful nation called Bharata.